What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Big GucciSoldierCaptain back here once again. How's the wife? How's the kids? Great, perfect, amazing. Today we're going to be checking out... I think you guys see the title. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, I don't know why some people self-incriminate themselves like this, but, you know, everybody's got a life to live, and sometimes that's in a federal penitentiary. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and check this out. Make sure you guys like the video. Subscribe to the channel right now if you've not done so. You might get a cookie. Let's get into this.
Only considering dating actual teenagers, 18 and 19 years old, because women do not come pre-assembled. This is a quote from my good friend, client, and now business partner, Myron Gaines. What he means by that, and what I mean by that, is that by the time a woman turns 22, 23, 27, sometimes even by the time they're 20 years old or even younger, they have acquired so many bad habits, so many negative behavior patterns, so many crazy and wrong and harmful opinions and points of view, that it is actually quite staggering how many bad habits needs to be worked out of them, that sometimes it's too late for them and they can't even be rescued.
Yo, what the fuck is he trying to train a dog? Like, what? Like, what are we listening to here? Is he talking about, like, people? Or is he talking, like, about a pet? The way he's describing, like, women and young girls is as if they're, like, it's like a pet. It's like, oh, get it while it's young. Which, first of all, that's weird. That's pretty much what he's trying to say is, like, yo, get it while it's young and fresh. That way, like, it's easier to train. Like, this is the type of shit that you would say about, like, a dog.
Hence, if you date an 18, 19, 20-year-old girl, sometimes even up to 21, depends where you are, depends on the city, the country, everything like that, then they can be saved. My good friend Myron Gaines says, women do not come pre-assembled. He means they are not a finished and complete product outside of the box. They need the guidance of a man to kind of push away these bad habits that they may be acquiring from mainstream media, certainly from universities and college campuses.
Yo,
feminism, movies, pop culture.
Is this nigga serious?
It's quite staggering, and that's why I'm considering dating younger girls, because they tend to be more
oh
of
my
like a
God.
blank slate, and very feminine women. If they are dating a guy who has a strong masculine frame, they tend to just kind of absorb his points of view and his ways of thinking and his value system. And naturally submissive women kind of mold themselves around the guy they are dating. Now,
let me just break it down exactly what he's telling you. What he wants is pretty much a subservient slave that just so happens to have a vagina, bro. That's what this guy wants, bro. This guy wants a young, subservient slave with a vagina, bro. That's what this guy wants.
I've done a lot of research recently on Myron Gaines, my good friend. I've watched some of his videos. I've been a little bit on a binge. And this is going to be a combination of research that I've done on exactly elaborating on that statement, why women don't come pre-assembled. This is also a list of red flags and things you need to look out for with girls you're dating. And like I said, with younger girls, hopefully you can get them before they've adopted these negative behavior patterns or made some of these
I don't like the way he
mistakes.
says younger.
And it's going to be
like, that
the
shit
majority directly from Myron's mouth. There may be a few things that I put my little spin on or that he wouldn't agree with absolutely 100% with, but you can pretty much guarantee that Myron would be on board with 99% of this stuff, although it may have some of the Casey Redbeard twists on it. And I've definitely added on some of my own stuff here. So without any further ado, this is the dangerous,
is he reading? What's he reading from?
Pattern number 1, acting combative, masculine, and resisting a man's leadership. So like I said, feminism, mainstream media, movies, teach women to be masculine, disagreeable, and uncooperative. If you look at the new Star Wars movie, I think I watched the second one and I couldn't even, you know, watch the last one. It has the main character, you know, Luke Skywalker in the original trilogy had to work for his force powers. He would lose
force
his
powers?
first and second lightsaber battles. He got his hand cut off at one point. He got
is this
totally,
nigga talking about?
slapped by Darth Vader. He was even losing to the Emperor at the end of Return of the Jedi. He was infallible. He had to go on like a hero's journey. The new ones, she's a woman. Power of the I have a vagina. I'm strong. All the women are bossy. The men are kind of portrayed as being the more bratty and unpredictable, unreliable ones, where the women are very, you know, calm-headed. And, you know, we know that, yeah, that's true. That's an accurate reflection of society. That, you know, the men are, you know, the bouncing off the walls, and the women are more calm and logical and stoic. Next.
Did this nigga try to prove a point by referencing Star Wars? This nigga try to demean just women in general by referencing a bunch of Star Wars movies. Like, you can't Yo, you can't make this shit up, dog. Chad, this is why I keep telling you guys, stay away from these like fresh and fit ass niggas, man. If you genuinely want a shot at a happy life with a happy wife, this is the worst type of person to get it from. Like, I'm being dead ass with you. Look at this guy's forehead. You could clearly tell he got a hair transplant recently.
Unrealistic relationship expectations. Believing relationships should be effortless based on constant romantic gestures fueled by movies and social media. They see in these romantic comedies and things like that. Now they're seeing on Instagram. You guys ever see, you know, on Valentine's Day, they'll be like this grand romantic gesture. Guy got, you know, some penthouse hotel for them, you know, some millionaire. Girls see that and they think that they're also entitled to that as well. And because in movies, it's always shown as like the man is courting the girl, the man is writing romantic poetry for her, the man is trying to show off, maybe he's giving her gifts or, you know, sentimental gifts, like I said, writing
he looks
a song
like a
or poem about
snowman.
her.
Why
And
is
the
his
woman's just
eyes
kind
like
of
so close?
accepting that and like allowing herself to be courted, but she's not actually contribute anything on her end. Whereas we expect compliance is the main thing, aka that the woman listens to us and does what we say, and accepts that, like, you know, men have much harder lives. Men are forced to grow and adapt and solve bigger problems and think bigger and overcome more adversity. Thus, it only makes sense that the person who has life on hard mode would be the leader to the person who has life on easy mode. Also, the aggression, the testosterone, other things I don't need to get into too much. But yes, and then obviously, you know, on demand is one of the main reasons why men get in relationships, and removing stress from a man's life. That's the main thing. Emotional support, removal of stress, compliance, helping with domestic activities, being a support structure to him, taking on some little job in his business, doing like maybe the customer service or inbox management for his business,
is he talking?
cooking for him, cleaning for him, basically being the backbone and emotional support for her man, helping her man be better. That is the role that we want from women, but they don't seem to understand that. They just want to take, and don't expect to give anything.
I don't know if you're watching this video because, like, you might already be in jail, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you because the way you titled this video is crazy, but listen, if you somehow are viewing this video, I just want to say, dog, listen, maybe, like, you ever thought about, like, the women that you're going after maybe is not the type of woman you want to go after? You're sitting here talking about, like, oh, you know, a lot of these women, they just want to be pampered, and they just want this, and they just want that. Yeah. We got a name for that. Those are gold diggers.
Mindset, okay? Expecting men to fulfill financial or social obligations without reciprocating in other ways. They want the man to support everything financial. Listen, if you're in a Western country and life is expensive, you guys live in a big city, I'm all for the man being able to support a woman. But in certain cases, in certain big cities, if your girl just wants to work and you don't have a problem with it, she has, I don't know, she does freelance graphic design and she actually does a good job. She actually, you know, she builds websites, whatever, makes 90 grand a year. She should be contributing. She should be paying part of the rent. She should be doing certain, you know, little things. Beautiful women don't work. They don't really contribute. They don't really develop skills. In most cases, you're going to have to support your woman. But if she's not contributing financially, she has to be doing the, you know, the full on, like, you should come home to no bitching, clean house. All your little errands have been run for you.
Yo.
Like I said, you know, your laundry has been done. Your meal prep is done and ready for you. So you don't have to do that. She should be supporting in other ways, if not financially, because in most cases, for most beautiful women, that's just not realistic.
How do you consider yourself an alpha male? Okay, how do you call yourself an alpha male and then you're telling your woman to get up at the break of dawn and go to work just like you? Isn't that crazy? Like, how do you consider yourself an alpha male and you're gonna get your woman to go out there and work and contribute to paying bills? Like, I don't follow any of these, like, alpha male, red pill ass weirdos, but the gist that I get from a lot of them is that they don't want their woman to work. Like, they want their woman to be at the home, pretty much serving them. Like, being like a servant, okay? That's pretty much what they want. But then here this guy is contradicting himself, saying that, oh, she should be contributing if we... What do you want? Like, make up your goddamn mind, dog.
Tattoos and piercings. Brazilian women, I have a lot to say about them. On the negative end, they're like the most flaky creatures. They're like, you know, professional time wasters. If you can get a Brazilian girl out on a date and one of the few ones that's not doing, they are the most amazing women. Like, Brazilian women, if you get one of the few that's beautiful and not doing and isn't like a flaky airhead, Brazilian women are hands down the S tier women, that and Venezuelan women. Maybe actually love Venezuelans a bit more.
Guy
But
made
anyway,
a tier
Brazilian
list?
women, I just can't even say enough good things about if you get them out. But one of the reasons why I ultimately decided to leave Brazil is the tattoos and piercings. You cannot find a sexy Brazilian girl aged 18 to 29 in a city like Sao Paulo, Rio, etc.
Heavy emphasis on
some
18.
level of piercing or some tattoo. 1 in every 200 maybe. I don't like girls with like chunks of metal. Like, when did like the septum piercing, like the bull, like septum, when did that disgusting septum piercing? And it's always a butterfly tattoo. You guys ever notice it? It's literally, I'm gonna do a whole separate video on this. It is literally always
Is
a
this
butterfly.
nigga having a spaz
Every
attack over a
fucking time,
butterfly
it's the
tattoo?
butterfly. I don't like girls with spray paint and graffiti and ink and needles that have pierced their soft, delicate, collagen-rich feminine skin and been drawn on with whack, dumb little images. Nor do I like mutilation of metal objects pushed through your nose. This is social conditioning. It is brainwashing. No one could come to the conclusion that looks attractive. Even in a Western country, large percentage of them have tattoos and piercings. And this is why I'm considering dating teenagers. Hopefully, by the time they're 18,
Yo,
19,
that
they haven't got any tattoos yet. Also, just go to
insane!
another country. There's actually a few countries in South America where they don't all have mutilated their bodies.
How does that come out of your mouth? Like, how does that come out of your mouth? And that's why I'm strongly considering dating teenagers. Yo, Batman couldn't break every bone in my body to make me say that shit. That is criminal. That is absolutely criminal, dog.
Prioritizing career over family. This is a big one. Being heavily career focused to the point that family or relationship priorities take a backseat. You know, this video is about Myron. It's about, you know, his quote, women don't come pre-assembled. You see on the show all the time when they ask, so, you know, men will provide financial support, protection, leadership in the relationship, mentorship, guidance. What do you provide? And they'll be like, well, I'll provide that stuff too. And it's like, no, bitch, like this, like, we don't care about your money. We don't care about your career. We want you to be compliant, feminine, submissive, do what the we say. I mean, within reason, right?
This is crazy.
You know, this can be clipped and taken the wrong way, but fuck you. Go ahead and clip it, take it wrong.
No, you're doing this to yourself.
At least for me, I want my woman to, you know, think, have her own mind, have her own opinions and stuff like that. I want like a full, you know, robot, droid. In 99% of cases, you know, the man's going to have enough money to support it. It'd be very rare for an attractive woman, again, unless it was some type of sex work. Yeah, it's always like OnlyFans, right? Like, this is why more single-owned homes than more single men do, is because of OnlyFans. Because homes are ridiculous. Nobody can afford them. I can't afford homes. Make an absurd amount of money. And more women are making more absurd amount of money now because they are selling their souls, dignities, and their bodies online.
Some of them are going to school, getting an education, getting a nice paying job, and affording to live in a nice goddamn house. You ever thought about that? Did you ever think about the fact that there are women out here that are genuinely, like, raised correctly, educated correctly, hardworking people? You're forgetting about the fact that the majority of women out there are genuinely educated, hardworking people that go according to the book and live successful lives as a result of their merit. This nigga making it seem like every single girl out here is just spreading ass. Like, that's all women are good. Like, they're just all out here spreading ass. Like, yeah, every single girl out here spreading eagle on the timeline, just popping their everywhere, and that's why they are able to afford all these homes.
Being in a relationship only until a better option comes along, often referred to as always keeping an eye out for higher status men. You see this a lot. I never really have this problem, not to sound arrogant, but I hear this a lot where, yeah, the guy who's, you know, I mean, the classic thing is like the girl's dating like the lower level salesman in the retail store, then she leaves him for like the sales manager, then the full-on store manager, then the regional manager, etc. And she keeps kind of moving up the ladder, keeping an eye out.
What is this nigga talking about?
And this is more of a thing that's also based on how strong your masculine frame is, right? Because women are going to kind of like test you a lot. And if you're caving in like a dog, you know, the ears go down and the tail tucks between your legs, you get really submissive when she gives you little shit tests, then that's going to kill attraction and put her hypergamy on overload. The next one that you have to, again, this is all about the bad habits that women acquire that we as strong male leaders need to kind of like get out of them. Basically, we need to like, you know, show them the light.
Show them the
Attention
light.
seeking on social media.
Oh,
Seeking
God.
validation or attention from other men on social
who is-
media. So you see this all the time. Girls will post bikini pictures all the time. They'll post bikini pictures from behind, which basically shows their entire ass. Sometimes it's just for likes and validation, and it's, you know, somewhat relatively innocent, although at the same time it's not that innocent at all, because relying on attention from a never-ending circle of orbital chode simps is still pretty bad. But a lot of the times they're actually doing it because they are shopping for a sugar daddy. Okay, they know that like they don't want to go on seeking.com. They don't want to necessarily put themselves out there. They don't want to risk being caught. They don't want to make a Bumble or Hinge that says like only looking for
Something
sugar
tells
daddies.
me he's one of
But
these sugar daddies.
you just post a lot of ass pictures. Some girls go so far as to posting feet pictures. Look at my new manicure. And like
Facts,
every other day
TJ.
they got a new manicure. You see a girl posting a lot of feet pictures, then red flag, she's probably she's just waiting for guys to come in her inbox, and she's kind of passively advertising it. And again, even if it's not to like, you know, sell pictures or anything like that, it's just a very, very bad habit. It's a sign of low self-esteem. It's a sign of being externally validated by the outside world and not feeling internally validated based on your own accomplishments and achievements and living up to the standards that you have set for yourself as a human being, rather than being internally validated by that, being externally validated by a quick dopamine high. And it's also going to activate her hypergamy, because even if she really, really likes you, if she's posting these half-naked pictures, she may be getting hit up by athletes. She may be getting hit up by multi-deca millionaire. By the way, she's ever been to Dubai, showing off that luxurious lifestyle. That is another red flag.
Just by the way this guy speaks, you can tell this guy's a fucking loser, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to be rude, okay? I don't mean to be mean, but you could just tell by the way he speaks. Like, this guy is a fucking loser. This guy got shoved into a locker in high school, okay, and hasn't recovered since. If you are that scared of your girl getting snatched up by LaMelo Ball, whatever famous athlete it is out there, then just tell her to put her Instagram account on private. Like, what's the issue with putting your Instagram account on private? Like, just tell her, like, okay, listen, you know, I'm gonna put my Instagram account on private. You're gonna put your Instagram account on private. That way, only people that we properly vet can speak to us and interact with us. Why the fuck does she need to like be barred completely from social media?
Teach girls like, hey, you got to avoid this shit, girl. Like, trust me, like, take it from me, like, you know, as a strong, you know, leader man, I got to show you what's up. You would tell the girl, don't be so obsessed with materialism and consumerism, emphasizing the importance of luxury goods, experiences, or social status over personal values or financial stability. This is what I would say to said teenager, 18, 19, actually did
Bro,
day
stop
game in this
saying
mall
teenager.
and just met a gorgeous 18-year-old. Hopefully she hasn't acquired all these bad habits from, you know, mainstream
That's
media,
gross,
feminism,
That's
et cetera, all these things,
crazy,
movies.
dog.
I would tell her, look, I say, listen, girl, you know, you're beautiful. Your body's perfect. Your face is gorgeous.
That could be your daughter.
Stay in the gym, stay toned, fit, and sexy. Keep your waist small, keep your butt big, and just buy a normal black dress that's tight and hugs all your delicious curves.
Oh my, oh my, God. Oh my God. Dog, this nigga is borderline predator. Yo, chat, do you hear the way this man is talking? This is like borderline predatory, bro. This is literally how Ted Bundy was talking about those young ladies before he mutilated them and put them in his trunk. Like, this is exactly how he was speaking about them, dog, at his deposition. Like, this is insane.
Because of what you're wearing.
Oh, that's gross.
Yet, without my guidance, this said beautiful 18-year-old girl that I'm trying to show the light to, she will get insecure when a chubby 35-year-old girl walks in with red bottoms and a Louis Vuitton dress. Oh, her dress is more expensive. Her shit's so nicer. Guys and anybody with half a brain doesn't give a fuck about that. You know who cares about that? Catty, stupid women that have been pimped and had their brains washed by society, by this materialism
Like
and
you,
consumerism.
brains washed?
Casey's not that buff, but like I look pretty good in just like a tight-fitting black shirt because I have a nice physique, right? Same thing with like this like said, you know, hot girl that maybe I'll give her this whole speech, right? But, you know, you don't need the red bottoms, girl. You just need a nice pair of shoes. You don't need, yeah, like this name brand shit. You don't like, you can get the cheap jewelry at like K Jewelers. It doesn't have to be Tiffany and Co, whatever it is, right? It doesn't make you happy. You're only, the only people who really care and notice this stuff are people you don't give a fuck about it because they're in the matrix as well. And yeah, this excessive, like, you know, like, listen, we can just get a normal Airbnb when we travel. It doesn't have to be like it's nice if we could stay in the penthouse, but like it's the company. It's not what you do, it's who you're with. You'd rather eat at McDonald's with all your boys than go to a nice restaurant with a bunch of wokey weirdos, right?
Okay.
This is the next big one. Again, you know, going back, this whole video is kind of inspired by, you know, Myron Gaines, my good friend, his quote, the avoidance of accountability, difficulty admitting fault or taking responsibility for mistakes, often blaming external factors. Huge. It's almost like they
this is hard,
they have
man.
some visceral.
Yo, who's this guy that's recording?
There's a force. Like there's an energy. Like they are.
The guy
actually
recording this shit is
being
hilarious.
prevented from saying, "I'm sorry, I was wrong, you were right." You know, to the next girl I'm dating, I'm gonna say, "Listen, girl, I don't, you know, if you're late, I don't want to hear there was traffic or something. I want to say sorry. It won't happen again. I'll try harder. Traffic."
Yo, what the fuck are you, her boss? Sorry, it won't happen again. Like, nigga, what the fuck are you, her employer? Like, what? Yo, what does this guy want, dog? Like, what? Yo, what is this guy after? Like, this guy is not after, like, a loving woman. Bro, this guy wants I swear to God, that's what this is, dog. He wants a slave.
I know my city. I know that there's always traffic at 4 p.m. in Los Angeles on a Tuesday. I should have planned for the traffic and I should have left earlier. And I'm sorry, daddy. Right? Like,
daddy?
Just tell him, take accountability. The next one, strong independence with minimal compromise. This whole being strong, independent identity to the point of being refused to compromise or share responsibilities in a relationship. Don't date masculine women, just point blank, period. You know, if a girl already has this strong independence thing, I probably couldn't, you know.
Yeah, date teenagers,
get
right,
this
buddy?
habit out of her anyway. My main strategy for meeting women these days, by the way, is what I call the high status social media profile, which is your ultimate networking tool for male friendships. I actually use this strategy to throw sick penthouse parties in Medellin, 4-to-1, 5-to-1 ratio.
That shit doesn't look
parties
sick.
in Medellin, so it works for meeting guys and women. This is a profile where you
That
look
shit looks
like
boring.
James Bond, basically. You're eating at super nice, luxurious restaurants, maybe rooftop lounges, hotels, whatever it is, with a group of sexy people, guys and girls. Everybody is super well dressed, giving a speech to a room full of people. You could be on jet skis, on a boat, on a yacht, doing these various things. And when you have a profile like that, men respond to you, women respond to you. It's just very, very difficult to do. And a lot of you guys are a little bit lost. I am doing free Instagram audits for a limited time. I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this.
Audits.
Go to my Instagram, which is RedbeardRants1, and message me the word audit. And I will give you a free audit of your Instagram. Tell you what photos you should archive, what you're missing, if you need more group shots, if your photos are low quality, if you're posing, your expressions, your fashions is missing, ideas, what you can do in your city, how you can get some of these high status shots without spending a ton of money, etc.
Yo, listen, everybody watching, don't do that shit. This guy is a geech. Why the hell would you want to get advice on how to structure your Instagram from a guy that looks like Frosty the Snowman? Can you please explain that to me? You don't need to fake a lifestyle on Instagram to attract women, okay? Listen, this idea that you need to have be living this extravagant lifestyle on social media, okay, to be able to attract women to be attracted to you is absolutely insane. Why don't you just be yourself, approach the girl, let her know what you're feeling, talk to her like a human fucking being. And if she bites and she likes you, she bites and she likes you. If she doesn't, You move on because there's plenty of goddamn fish in the sea. Is that so hard? Like, this is literally what penis owners have been doing since the beginning of goddamn time, bro.
And Red Beard Rants 1, message me to audit. Okay, back to the main regular schedule programming. The next one, an addiction to drama or conflict, seeking emotional highs and lows in relationships, which can lead to unnecessary arguments and instability. So this isn't something that she would necessarily get from mainstream society. I don't know if mainstream society, maybe through like memes and stuff like that, it's a little bit, what you want to call it, talked about or encouraged a little bit. But I would just, next time she's being, and again, young girls are going to be more like drama queens, but again,
But those are the ones that you want.
19, 20-year-old girl that I'm hypothetically dating, maybe listen, girl, like, I understand that, like, I treat you like a gentleman and things are going well, and every once in a while you want to give me some harsh shit tests or just make like an argument, but it ain't got to be like that, girl. Just be chill. Just try to be
yeah,
less
just
crazy,
relax.
but all women are going to be
even though like I'm treating you like a
some of this stuff you just got to accept. This
like
is
a dog.
Just female nature. You can't
just relax.
Or pout about it. No girl's going to
down,
be perfect,
boy.
even with all your mentorship and guidance. No girl's
Sit,
going to be
boy.
perfect. Nor are you perfect. Believe it or not, I've made 2 mistakes in my entire life, so I'm almost perfect, but not quite. Disregard for traditional gender roles,
What?
rejecting traditional family structures, roles, contributions, leading to mismatches in relationship and expectations. We've talked about this. You want to look for a girl and train your girl because she does not come pre-assembled of what her feminine role is to be, which is the support and backbone of the family, and you are the provider. Narcissistic traits encouraged by social norms, adopting self-love behaviors that may border on selfishness or self-centeredness with little regard for others' needs. Women, especially beautiful women, get very, very little feedback in society. Negative feedback. Did I say that right? They get very, very little negative feedback in society because most guys want to just them, and other women tend to be kind of intimidated by them. And there is a little bit of a halo effect of like beautiful people being treated better in general. So like, I don't want to get too much off on a tangent, but there's some other dating coaches out there that just give horrible, like absolutely laughably bad advice. They're
like
big,
you,
good-looking chads, and they build huge audiences.
Like
even
you,
though their advice is shit.
You're one of these
like
people that are giving terribly, horribly bad advice.
Except for Owen Cook, one of my first mentors in the game, you almost never, ever, there's like zero exceptions to this, see a dating coach that isn't this enormous, tall, good-looking, muscular Giga Chad. Why is this? Where are the normal, or heaven forbid, do I say, you think I'm ugly, maybe think my eyes are too close. I get that all the time. Are my eyes too close together? Let me know in the comments if you think my eyes are too close together. That's what everybody tells me. Ever since I did YouTube, nobody's ever told me that in real life, that my eyes are too close together, but ever since I did YouTube.
If anybody knows this guy watching this video, please go up to this guy and tell him that his eyes are too close together and he looks like fucking Frosty the Snowman. Please do it for me. And record it and send it to me. PayPal you whatever you want. Please, thank you.
Men have a halo effect from other men for being good looking. Women have a halo effect from other women if they're good looking. And just in general, women are kind of just like coddled by society. And this, and then again, the feminism and stuff like that can lead to them be like, oh, I'm independent. Oh, I don't need a man. Oh, all men are trash. All men would, assault a woman if he was alone in the forest with her. This is something that you would definitely want to get with a younger girl. And, screen for this. And, women want a guy who ultimately treats them super well. Like, I treat my women super well. I pamper them.
Dog, you treat them like a dog.
I check them. I put them in place. They know who the boss is. They know who fucking their daddy is. If you do this, hopefully she won't have started to develop that narcissistic, selfish personality that can come to a girl who's too entitled, been on the carousel, been rejected by a lot of guys, probably because she's like, a 6.5. Trying to chase the professional athlete who fucked her because she was super easy when he was drunk and I was not calling her back. And she's like, all men are trash, all men are garbage. Yeah, the professional athletes and the rich chads who don't call you back, like, why don't you just date like a normal guy and then all of a sudden you won't be so narcissistic against men. Or financial discipline. Women can't manage money. Will not elaborate on this. Women don't know how to manage money. They need a man to manage it for them. Low domestic skills. Again, we've talked about this. They don't like, the raising of kids, cleaning, anything like that. We need to remind them what their role is. Chasing instant gratification, seeking immediate reward or thrills, possibly leading to poor relationship or life choices, especially when times get tough. So a lot of this has to do with social media. When I think, about instant gratification, it's like, the post, the instant likes, the gratification, the validation, and it could be with a lot of other things as well. It could even be with, and you got a screen for that early on.
Screen for that?
High social validation needs, being overly influenced by friends or social groups in decision-making, leading to conflicts in priorities and values.
Oh my God.
One of the biggest difference between men and women is this overemphasis on reputation and this inability to be rebellious or do anything that might negatively affect your reputation, even if you know it's the right thing to do. Perfect example of this would be, some of you guys already know the story. I'll make it really, really brief. I threw these amazing penthouse parties in Medellin. I referenced this early in the video. A bunch of feminists
the ones that are
and
not
fake
that good
reporters put
and
fake
fun
news
looking?
out there saying that, it's just a front. These are like sex parties. There's orgies going on there. Most of the girls that go there are just prostitutes or just kind of a front for me to,
Sounds like Diddy.
pimp these girls out to my gringo friends. And we've even had reports of, cases where a few underage girls.
C-Chat, didn't I tell you? Doesn't he look like a fucking playground sniper? Yeah, I 100% believe it, dog. This nigga's talking about trick-shotting teenagers like he does it every single Tuesday afternoon. He's like, this is why I'm strongly considering teenagers. And 17 is what? A teenager. Yeah, listen. This is nearly a 40-year-old man. Do you think that I'm shocked or surprised that this man would not consider a 16 or 17-year-old? Absolutely not.
All bullshit. But point being is, I had over 200, 300 girls that over the course of the months have gone to my parties. If they had taken to Twitter, if they had the fucking dignity, confidence, self-respect, and I don't know, just not this insecure, what's the word? Oh my God, like morals. Oh my God, what's the word that I'm trying to think of here? But yeah, just a complete lack of moral compass, basically. Let me go down, let me burn in this fake news rather than all 200, 300 of them getting the whole fake news all started on Twitter. If they had just swarmed onto Twitter like a swarm of locusts saying, you guys are idiots, you bitches are just jealous, you're just fat, ugly feminists, you're just mad you weren't invited, we actually go to the parties, Casey isn't a pimp, there's no parties, there's no underage girl, whatever pimpery going on into this, there's no
definitely some Diddy activity.
Like you guys are idiots. If 200 women had just stood up for what was right, then it would have been nipped in the bud. It would have been, but of course, I asked these girls, hey, will some of you guys defend me? You guys know what's going on? Oh, my reputation, I can't be, I don't want to get involved. What do you mean get involved? Just tell the truth. Just say you went to a party and it was a normal party. The parties were damn near filmed the entire time. I have terabytes.
That's what Diddy did as well.
All the parties. My editors probably inserted some B-roll into this video.
Diddy filming them shits. God damn.
So
why is this guy doing this to
all
himself?
These things, this is why you want to look for girls that, one of the few girls that's, look, if you find a 31-year-old chick that for whatever reason, maybe her dad taught her well, maybe she's from a foreign country where a lot of these things are a non-issue, maybe she's, watched some Myron Gaines, some Red Pill content,
Christ.
she's one of the few that's had her mind changed and she's been saved, and you're this 45-year-old guy and you want to date a 29, 30-year-old, that's fine, go for it. Bro, there's a lot of 28, 29-year-olds, 30-year-old chicks that still look smoking. They're going to look good. And,
but somehow you still want the teenagers.
Girl that's a bit more mature mentally on your level. That's fine. That's fine. So either screen for girls that don't have a lot of these, qualities, and also understand that, they're not pre-assembled. You have to tinker a little bit. Or, I'm not sure I'm going to do this, but, and there's also, let's be real, there's a lot of the other benefits as well from dating younger girls. They stay hot longer, right? But I'm probably going to seek to date, younger girls around the 19, 20-ish age range, because they will not have these preset bad habits. Hopefully, they'll always have some, but I will hopefully get a girl that doesn't have too many of them. And no matter what, even if it's a super young chick, women do not come pre-assembled. Classic quote by my good friend Myron Gaines. Like the video, leave a comment, say something positive to me. Most of my comments are just angry haters. I really like to see some positive comments.
I can't believe I got through all of it. Like, I genuinely can't believe. I don't know what I just watched. I don't think you need to be a rocket scientist to know. If you follow this guy's advice, not only will you not get women, but you'll also definitely end up in prison. Like, there's just no way you're not going to end up in jail. Like, you know, like this, you're playing a very dangerous game. Okay, when you specifically go after teenagers, that is, and then you make a video titling that you're only gonna date. You are playing a extremely, and I mean extremely, dangerous game. You know, a lot of ladies watch the channel. Okay, a lot of ladies are watch all of our channels. Okay, watch both of our channels. I think they're in agreement with me. This is the dumbest thing. This is literally the dumbest thing that you can do. Okay, like, listen, I understand dating nowadays is fucking difficult. Okay, everybody wants to make shit hard, but that's just how the world is nowadays. Everybody tries to make shit difficult, but there are people out there who are simple creatures, trust me. Okay, and if you make things complex and weird like how this guy is, those people are always gonna run away. Okay, me included. Take one deep breath, man up, go up to her, and just talk to her like a normal fucking person. Okay, talk to her, be yourself, and just talk to her like a normal fucking person. If she doesn't like you for being a normal fucking person and being who you are, then that isn't the right girl for you, bro. Trust me, it's not. Okay, this is the best advice that I can give you. All right, just be do not do what this guy is saying. Okay, because I'm pretty sure this guy is already in jail. Do not listen to anything this guy is saying. It won't work. It never has worked. It never will work. Okay? Like, dude, this is like, bro, this is not 1682. Okay? Like, what he's saying would work in like 1682 medieval Europe. Maybe. Okay? That's even questionable because some of the women might even go for any of that shit. They might even tolerate none of this shit. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, all you have to do, find somebody that you like and then treat them with respect and be yourself. That's all you have to do. But if you guys somehow enjoyed this, man, make sure you guys like the goddamn video, man. Maybe we'll do some more of these. I don't know. It depends on how much you guys smash that like button. So make sure you guys smash the like button if you have not done so, man. It really helps out a shit ton. There's no way I got through all of this disgustingness, okay, all of this illegality without you hitting the like button, okay? So make sure you like the goddamn video if you have not done so, man. Especially if you guys like videos like this where I pretty much sit in my chair and I humiliate bozos like this on the internet. So you guys let me know. Also, make sure you guys sub to the channel if you have not subbed to the channel yet, man. That's important, okay? Like I said, we were supposed to get to 100K subscribers by the end of the year. It looks like we're not even gonna get to 50. Okay, so please do me a big solid, sub to the channel if you have not subbed to the channel. That shit really helps out a lot, bro, in ways you cannot imagine. Okay, so make sure you guys go ahead and do that. Like the video if you are not a creep that goes after teenagers. Okay, make sure you like the video if you're not one of those. Okay, leave me a comment down below, man. What do you guys think? I mean, I think we're all in agreement. This guy is weird. This guy is a creep. Definitely not the type of person you want around your daughter. Definitely not the type of person you want around your sister. Definitely not the type of person I want around my sister. I mean, if this guy was around my sister, he would get socked in the goddamn face, okay, and wake up in the goddamn hospital. But that's just me personally. You guys let me know your opinions down below. What if this guy came knocking on your door talking about, yo, I'm here to take out your sister, or I'm here to take out your daughter, or I'm here to take out your cousin. What the hell? And you saw this video prior. What the hell are you doing to this guy? Okay, try to keep it PG. We don't want to get banned again. Like I said, like the video, sub to the channel right now. Do all that good stuff. Follow all the social medias. Links to everything will be in the description. With all that being said, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.
See just how I'm coming, yeah, I did this on my own. Don't you tell me something, cause I did it all alone. You ain't helping nothing, no, nah. You ain't helping nothing, no, nah. Came up from the guys and niggas show me some respect. Niggas mad cause I ain't break them off on all these checks. You ain't helping nothing, no, nah. You ain't helping nothing, no, nah.